Hi, I'm Mike with Homes Quality Products. Today, I want to talk to you about the Citi Premier Credit Card. This card has a $95 annual fee. The multipliers on this card are 3% on dining, 3% on groceries, 3% on gas, and 3% on air travel and hotels, and then 1% on everything else. This card has no foreign transaction fees. So if you're traveling outside the United States, you don't have to worry about any kind of transaction fees. This card has a $100 credit when you spend $500 or more in a hotel stay. So you can offset that $95 with that hotel credit. But the only thing I don't like is that's a lot of spend for a hotel, $500. So unless you're going to stay multiple nights, and if that's after, you also have to, that's before the taxes and everything. So to make sure you spend $500 to get the $100 back. So it's a way to offset it, but like I said, it's a little high. I wish it was more like $300, but it is a way to offset that $95 annual fee. Right now they have a bonus offer of 60,000 thank you points, which is equivalent to $600 at least after you spend 4,000 in 3 months. So the spend's a little high, but that 60,000 points can be transferred out to give you roughly over $1,200 in value once you start using transfer partners to get the extra points out of this. If you use it for cash back, you're going to get at least $600 though. So not too bad, but it's a little bit of a high spend. But if you use this for your groceries and your dining and your fuel and car insurance and everything for the months, it probably won't be too hard to hit that spend. This card does have really good multipliers. So at the same time, you're getting those 3 points on groceries and dining and fuel and other things. So it's a kind of high spend, but it's not too crazy to hit if you use this card for everything for 3 months. Now, as far as 60,000 points on that bonus, you could actually transfer that out. And I believe Citi has 17 transfer partners. So once you transfer it out for flights or hotels, you get a lot more value out of it. Another thing I want to mention, I'll probably put it up on the screen so you can take a look at it, but they have a lot of transfer partners, but when it comes to choice privileged hotels, they actually give you 1-to-2 ratio. So choice privileged hotels, their points are not super valuable, not quite, a penny per point. But when you get 2 of their points for 1 of their points, now you're actually accumulating more value and their hotels become a lot better deal. So they also have partners like Qatar Airlines, which gives you Avios points, and then you can transfer over to British Airways and book an American Airlines flight. But also they have Avianca points. So when you transfer that way, you can get United flights. And maybe I'll put up on the screen, I just picked a flight somebody was asking me about. And it was a flight from El Paso, Texas to Jacksonville, Florida. With United, it was going to cost roughly 15,000 points for a one-way trip. But with the Avianca miles, it was actually 7,000, I believe it was 7,500. So half as many points with Avianca to take a United flight. So it was a pretty good value. I also looked at that same flight with British Airways. I'll throw it out there, and it was way not worth the points at all. And then I looked at it with American Airlines, which is not one of their transfer partners, and it was comparable. So that's very, very good value. Citi also has merchant offers, so you can add those to the card. And I've talked about this in other videos with Citi and a few other people that do this. Make sure you add those to the card because you might have used this at Walmart or Amazon or Macy's or wherever you're going shopping, Best Buy, and you're going to get an additional percentage back just by adding this to the card. So just add it all the different places, and when you swipe it, you'll get additional percentages back on top of the multipliers. So one of my complaints about this card is that it doesn't really have additional benefits. It has great multipliers. I love the versatility of thank you points for cash back or travel. They have pretty decent transfer partners. The choice privilege ratio is really good, and they have Avianca and Qatar, things that I use. But they give you no real benefits to it. So when I've talked about some of these other cards, you might get travel insurance, travel delay insurance, purchase protection, all these different things. Well, this card doesn't really have those things. So if you want purchase protection, travel insurance, travel delay, and things like that, this is probably not the card for you. But if you want versatility in points, the fact that you can use cashback or travel, transfer partners, that's a pretty good combination. So it's not too bad of a card. It's a pretty good card. So up on the screen, I'm going to put a few of the additional benefits. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to this card, but I'm going to go ahead and put them on the screen. You can pause and take a look if you like. So my thoughts on this card is I love the multipliers. I love the fact that you get 3% in so many categories. The categories that really matter at that. Travel, dining for sure. Almost anybody can utilize that. Groceries, everybody can utilize that. Gas, pretty much everybody can utilize that. This is great 3-time multipliers. I'm going to make another video shortly to show you how to combine this with other Citi cards, like the double cash, gives you 2% on everything, the custom cash, that gives you 5% in one category, and then putting all this together with this card, you get a lot of points for a lot of free travel. So I do like this card a lot. The only complaints are, I wish it had more benefits to the card, like travel protections, purchase protections. And I don't like that you have to spend $500 to get that $100 credit. I wish it was more like spend $300 to get that $100 credit. I feel like that's a lot more reasonable for most people. But if you're taking a family vacation to somewhere, you probably could spend $500 at a hotel if you're going to be there for a week for sure. You're going to be there for 3 days, probably too. But I wish that was a little bit lower. But other than that, this is a great combination. Once we get to the next video, you'll see how this all works together very well. And yeah, I definitely recommend, if you like Citi cards, get this one that kind of tops it all off. It's a good combination. So remember, like I always say, if you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. Treat these like you would treat your debit card. Only spend what you have. I want your money to grow. I want you to get free vacations, put more money back for holidays and Christmas or whatever. So don't pay interest. If you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. If you're paying interest, you're losing money. I'm here to help you gain money. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you have a comment, comment down below. Hit the like, subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.